Okay, this question is a great example of what we're looking for in exploring entropy. And right now we're looking at positive entropy versus negative entropy. Positive entropy means there is more randomness, there are more states possible, and that's what we're looking for. Is it a positive change in delta S or is it a negative change in delta S? So there was three things we looked at: structure, gas versus liquid versus solid. A gas has more possible states, so has more entropy. So going from a solid to a gas is a positive delta S, positive change in entropy. Temperature, going from a lower temperature to a higher temperature is a positive delta S, where there's more energy states available when the temperature is higher. We talked about temperature being a measure of kinetic energy, right? Higher the temperature, the more kinetic energy. And then the last thing is number of particles. If all else is equal, so we have two solids that we're looking at maybe. So something with bonds in it, so S8 versus just a sulfur atom would have more states possible, so it would have more entropy. So the number of particles or atoms increases the number of states. So in this question, what we're looking at is a chemical reaction. And what we're looking at in these is what happens with the reactants versus the products. And here we have everything being a gas. So if we had a solid on the side and a gas, and we went to a gas plus a gas, that would be a positive delta S. If we went from a liquid to a gas, that would be a positive delta S. So we can look at those things. Here we have all gases. So when we have all gases on both the reactant and product side, we're looking at number of molecules. So we're using this coefficient. So here we have 2 plus 3. Here we have 2 plus 2. So if you increase the number of particles, so you break big ones up into smaller ones, you're going to have a positive delta S. In this case, we went from 5 to 4, so we are going to have a negative delta S. And so that leaves us with one of these two values here. Now our next question, is it large or is it small? Well, going from 5 to 4 and that it's staying with a gas, I would say it's a small negative value. If we went from a gas to a solid, that would probably be a large negative value because that is a big change in entropy. Here we just went from gas to gas and we went from 5 to 4, so just a slight change. So I would pick small negative value. So that's what we're looking at: structure, temperature, number of particles, what's happened from the reactant side to the product side.